This conversation is about freedom and the courage to be seen. It's between Karel Garcia, hello Karel,
Hi, how's it going?
and myself, Vivia Barron from We Are St. Pete. It's a pleasure to sit here and talk with Karel today about his journey to where he is now, where he's going, what's his plan for the future. Karel, Karel, I'm going to just jump right into it and I'm going to ask you about your life in Cuba. What was it like for you as a gay man, as an artist living there?
That was horrible, actually. It was difficult because I graduated for architecture, and I'll be on charge for important job there. So for me, it was really difficult to have my personal life separate from my professional life. But in the moment I know Pablo, it was different because we start to live together. In some point, the people in my job still to know that I'm gay and I'm living with another man.
So you were out
Yes,
publicly.
yes, and that was a big change for us. That's something giving me problems in my job. I lose a really good opportunity for my career like architect because I'm gay.
So you were a practicing architect in Cuba with a budding career, and being a gay man really started to affect your position in your company.
Yes, yes. I have a job. I will be in charge for a big project about the new energy for come to the for my country. Um, I will be really immersed in that project. I'll be part of all the creative process. And when my boss know they are gay and I live with another man, they take me off for that position.
Wow, really?
Yes, yes.
Wow, that is really bad.
Yeah.
Directly because as a result of being
Yeah,
free to live your life.
they tell me this because they want to put me on charge of another project. They give it some excuse, but the reality was they take me off for my for my sexuality.
For being yourself.
Yeah, for big.
Is being gay in Cuba considered, I don't know, is it illegal? Is it, what is the status there?
It's not illegal right now. The gay people even can marry.
Really?
Yeah, now.
Lots of progress.
Yeah, now. But anyway, this is under public image, but when you have a position and when you have a job, you need to have a image. The
Yes.
charts, it's complicated.
Yes.
It's really complicated.
I know, I get it. I get it because I'm, as you know, I'm Jamaican
Yeah.
and it's very similar in my country. I can relate and empathize with your experience
Yes.
being a person living in your country and not being free to live your truth. Which brings me to, what was the pivotal moment when you and your partner Pablo decided to leave? When did you look at each other and say, it's time to go?
Well, I think that one of the things more difficult to have to pass there was because our relationship started in the middle of the COVID situation, the pandemic. And Cuba, when some person in the family, in the nuclear family have a COVID, the government decide to put it in isolate. So you cannot go outside to your home for a week or 2 weeks. It depends how long you have with the sickness in your body.
Right. Quarantine.
Yeah. You are supposed to be in quarantine, and the moment you are in quarantine, they're supposed to send a person bring your food because you cannot go outside to the home and you start eating your food. In some points, you gotta in with other food you have in your.
Right. You run out.
Yeah, and two moments they putting in quarantine, and we don't have COVID.
They put you in quarantine and
Yeah,
you don't have COVID.
yeah,
That's
and
suspicious.
yes, and we believe no, we know was because we are gay, and most because Pablo tried to come to here one time before. Um, that giving him the status like a no a good person, even if he is a doctor.
Pablo is a physician and he
Yeah.
came here for work
Uh-huh.
and then he went back home.
Yes.
And because he came here,
Yeah.
it gave him a label of not being a good person.
Yes.
So that affected his career.
Well, they're supposed to have a degree, and he cannot take the degree because they don't give him the degree. They're supposed to have a position in a good hospital because he have experience for 6 years in the moment. They putting in the primary system healthy, so it's something bad.
It's all related. It ties
Yes,
together.
yes,
Because you're
yes,
both gay men that are out.
yes.
Wow. So what after you left Cuba or when you decided to leave Cuba, what were you hoping to find on the other side?
I just want to have freedom, freedom for live my truth, freedom for take the hand to my boyfriend and think I am on the street and nobody care about that, or giving a kiss in the public space and nobody ask me about what I do that. That's what something I want. Just freedom.
Freedom to and then to build a life together freely.
Yes, yes.
Do you remember the first time you felt safe enough to express yourself when you got here? Express yourself without fear?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. The first time I go to the gay bar.
Really?
Yeah, in Orlando, because the first year we live in Orlando. It was a experience, a different experience from the gay bar in Cuba, because in the gay bar in Cuba, and in that moment, we cannot express our love in public.
Yeah.
Maybe you can touch the hand a little bit, but you cannot kiss the person.
Yeah.
You cannot giving a hug, like a romantic hug.
Any affection at all?
No, 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 no. And the first time I go to the gay bar here, and I see two guys taking the hands and kissing from the everyone, it was like, wow, this is what I want, to be free for living my true and express my love to my partner.
Yes, yes, I can understand why that would be a pivotal moment for you. After having been in hiding and almost feeling caged,
Yes.
to be able to just not only experience it yourself, but see it
Mm-hmm.
and see
Yeah.
other people do it openly and freely. And I have to say, as an artist and as a person who has been in a gay relationship and a straight relationship, I'm Generation X, but
Mm-hmm.
I've always lived my truth. But I understand what it feels like because I've been with a partner who was not able to live their truth, and it was painful to watch. I'm glad you're here, and I'm glad that you're able to experience that joy and that freedom with your partner. Karel, how has your art changed since you arrived in the United States, or has it at all?
Well, when I live in Cuba, I just have my art like a hobby. It's not something I do professionally. So the first year I come here to USA, I live in Orlando, and that year was for adapting to the new system of life, to know the country.
Mm-hmm.
And when we decide to move here to San P, my entire life changed. And right
How
now,
so?
huh?
How so? When you moved to St. Pete, how?
Oh, because in Orlando I don't have the opportunity to show my art.
Mm-hmm.
So when I decide to move here with Pablo, I connect with my community, because the art community here, even this is more small to Orlando, but the art community is really stronger, and I have the opportunity to start to show my art, and that helped me a lot to grow up. And now I feel like I am prepared for my solo show, this other one, for my future.
Right, got you. Karel, the show is titled The Shape of Us. What does that title mean to you personally?
Well, the shade of us is the how my art becomes and the way they are right now about all my journey coming from Cuba to this moment. So it's the way that I can express myself, and can I can express my freedom and transform it in my art.
And paint whatever shape you want,
Yeah,
in
yeah,
however you
exactly,
want,
exactly.
freely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So you would say that it ties back into freedom.
Yeah, it's my freedom. It's my the way that I can use my art right now. How I feel, how freedom I feel right now. How love I feel right now.
Exactly. So for us sitting here right now, the shape of us resonates really in the shape of us physically, the shape of us mentally, emotionally, and professionally.
Yeah, exactly,
It really
exactly.
does
Yeah.
encompasses all those things. And I
Yes,
think it's a beautiful title.
yes, I do. I believe that.
Karel, I've been in St. Petersburg for 10 years now as a resident. I used to live in Tampa. Prior to that, I lived all over the world. And I absolutely love it here. And I know you're new here as well, and I know you're an expat like myself.
Hmm.
What has it been like for you living here and starting over in St. Petersburg? And do you feel a sense of home and community here yet?
I feel this is the the best decision we take moving to St. P, because and the moment we decide to move in here, I find my community. I find my voice to express my art. I start to working with the Green Book. They give me the opportunity to share a studio space with another amazing artist, and that was the first time I really start to show my art to the other persons and looking around me, because before that I just painted for myself. That was for me one of the most important part to moving here. And then I start to make shows, collective shows with another artist, and see how the movement art community moving here. I go to galleries, I go to everywhere, and I learn what is the way I can show my art, what are the place I can put in my art, and I focus on that.
So you would say that you are connected into the community then.
Yes,
And do
exactly.
you feel like the community has been welcoming to
Absolutely,
you?
absolutely, absolutely. Being on the WADA and the Green Book was a really good experience for me. I think it's one of the steps the first step I make in my professional career to grow up.
The Green Book is a very powerful in their advocacy for us as BIPOC artists. And I am a full supporter and believer in that foundation for us as a community of BIPOC artists and people.
Yeah.
What opportunities has that door open for you, and what other connections have you made through the Green Book?
Well, the Green Book gave me the opportunity to make shows in the Waterhouse. That's something important
And
because
that's the St. Pete Arts Warehouse District.
yes, exactly.
Right.
Yes, yes, yes. At the same time, because I start to talking with another artist, I'll be start to make a connections, and I make shows in Creative Spinellas Gallery. Yeah, and I have and they give me the opportunity to know we are Sampi.
Which brings us to where we are now.
Yes, exactly.
So we were fortunate to meet through the Green Book. The Green Book
Mhm.
and We Are St. Pete work really closely together
Yeah,
to create opportunity and access for us as a community. What we do at We Art is really important to us. How would you say your experience have been with We Art St. Pete so far? I know this is the beginning of our
yeah,
relationship,
I know. Yeah,
but we've done a lot so
yeah.
far. How has that experience been like for you?
Oh my goodness. I remember the first time Hillary called me and said me, "This is a project. His name is We Are Some P. They want to give you the support and help you to grow out your career. And she explained me all the details, details about the project. And when I closed the call, I start to cry. I remember call Pablo and tell him about the opportunity Hillary talked to me, and I was still crying. The journey with We Are Some Peace too. Now I feel like in my home. I completely trust on the project, and I try to put in all my strengths to help to grow up the project.
Karel, working with We Art St. Pete, how has it provided relief or resources for you to be able to continue to do the wonderful work that you do?
Well, for me, I can imagine the materials for painting are expensive. Any material you buy in any store that expensive, and they help me a lot with the canvas. They help me with the paintings. They help me with transportation for the shows. We'll be on the Black Gala recently. The project helped me the support, the transportation, materials for the show. So I can't believe I can do that if I don't have the support for We Are Something.
And what about the backside of it? Art is not just about painting. Has We Art done anything to help you with the back end of it in terms of helping you to develop your business
Oh yeah,
plan?
yeah. Because before We Are Something, I will be alone. I don't have any person tell me this. You need to do this or you need to do that, and they give me a lot of advice how I can grow up my career. They help me with the promotion to my career. They still working together to grow up my career. They believe in my art. It's just something I really keep it for me because if somebody believe in me, I will be giving my best all the time.
That's really great to hear. It's really important for us to support
Mhm.
and help the artists that we work with to develop a plan for a long-term career.
Yeah,
It's not just a one-time thing. It is for you, for us to see you flourish and grow.
imagine stuff. No, I have my two feet on
He's
the floor.
planted on the ground,
Yeah,
understanding it's hard.
yes,
It's one step at a time.
yes.
You know, Karel, I have to say that I really respect that about you. I
Mhm.
see your work ethic, and I've spoken to many artists, and the main thing that I look for when I'm speaking to an artist and trying to make a decision whether I want to work with them or not is their work ethic.
Mhm.
Is this person have a work ethic? There are millions of talented artists out there. What really separates people who succeed and people who don't is the work ethic and the commitment to do the work.
Yes.
And if we're here to be able to provide the resources and the tools to give you the freedom to be able to develop your craft and focus on developing and becoming the best artist that you can be, or that is our goal.
Yeah.
Karel, someone comes to this show, The Shape of Us,
Uh huh.
who is still living in silence, in fear, or hiding. What do you hope they take away with them?
I just want to tell him that they need to be free. They need to spread his truth because we only have one life. So is today pass, tomorrow we don't have the time we have today. We lose today.
What's next for you, personally and professionally? What do you have planned for the future?
Well, personally, continue living my truth, my love. I hope we all be together for a long, 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 long time.
Oh, by the way, I have to interject. You and Pablo are a beautiful couple.
Oh, thank
I
you.
totally love him. He's so sweet, and I can
Thank you.
see his love and support for you
Yeah,
just in his every move. And we work
yeah,
together, and
yeah,
I've seen it.
yeah. I have lucky. We are together almost for 6 years now, and that's something difficult to find in a gay community. Two hot guys together for 6 years,
I
and
know.
we are knowing open relationship.
I know.
So
It's beautiful. It's so beautiful. I want a hot guy.
yeah,
No, no, creatively, what do you see for yourself for the future?
I want to make my solo show.
Let's talk about that for a minute.
Yeah.
Is that something that is in the works?
Yes, it's I'm really approved. I have a solo show for the next year, but it was a surprise. I cannot talking too much about that because I want to keep it mind open.
To your chest.
Yes.
Yes. We will let that stay close to your chest. And when we get together again
Yeah.
later on this year, perhaps you can share some more about that
Oh
with
yeah,
me.
yeah. And maybe I
Okay.
can show
And
you
I
some
will zip it.
painting.
I won't say anything either. Okay. So we
Okay,
will talk
okay.
about that openly later on. So the last thing I want to talk to you about before we wrap up is if you could speak directly to another expat artist watching this interview right now, what would you say to them?
I say you need to believe in yourself. You need to believe in your art, and you need to be honest with you. We cannot be artists working for the social media, the things and the moment. We need to create our own languages.
Excellent answer. I love that answer. It's beautiful because without our own story and our real true language,
Hmm.
we're just another artist in the millions of artists out there in the world.
Yes.
Karel, before we wrap up, I want to talk to you about these beautiful
Oh.
miniature paintings that
Oh,
we're
wow.
looking at right now
Yeah.
that you have afforded We Are St. Pete the opportunity to promote and sell for you. I love them so much I don't even want to sell them. I want to keep them all. They're so beautiful
Yeah.
and joyful and comforting. And the theme of the paintings are about these wonderfully drawn cats.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Can you tell me about that?
Well, everybody loves cats. I love
Absolutely.
cats as well. And these paintings, these drawings I make him by fan when I move here to St. Pete and I start to connect with the art community and I thought why not putting three things I love together. So I use coffee, wine, and cats.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah.
That's the story behind this. And Karel, they are so expressive. The eyes are so beautiful. The gestures are beautiful. The movement is beautiful. And the detail you took with each stroke and each mark to develop these very cute little cats is absolutely stunning. And I'm honored and I cannot wait to share this with the rest of the world.
Oh yeah, thank you.
This is a very limited series. You're probably never going to make these
No,
again.
no. Now I'm focusing on my personal cultivation and something more, serious and big.
Expressing what you
Yeah.
wanted to say
Yeah,
in
yeah.
Cuba and these are joyful and you don't sell prints. You won't
No.
ever sell prints. These are hand done original paintings and it is my honor and privilege to
Oh, thank you.
unveil these paintings to the world in the next 2 weeks. So please, everyone, keep an eye open. Visit us at wearestpete.org, our gallery, and the works of. Is there a name for the series?
Cats.
It's just cats.
Yes.
Just keep it simple, and it doesn't need any other title because it's so beautiful
Yeah,
in its
I know.
execution. The title is just needs to be exactly what it is.
Yes.
Karel, thank you so much for choosing to live your truth.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you
actually.
for having the courage to live your freedom, having the strength to exit a life that wasn't for you, and to begin the life here with your wonderful partner, Pablo.
Oh, thank
I
you.
am looking forward to continuing our journey together.
Oh yeah. Thank you for supporting me. I think this is be with you is something the most important things happened to me the last 2 years. So I just want to continue this journey with you.
Fantastic. And we will see everyone at Creative Pinellas.
Yeah. On May 16th.
For The Shape of Us.
Uh-huh.
To see Karel's work on YouTube, Instagram does not do it justice. So for everyone who follows Karel, who loves his work, please come out, stand in front of these pieces. They're transformative, they're beautiful, they're intricate, the colors are amazing, and it will be a wonderful, beautiful evening to share with Karel Garcia at Creative Pinellas.
May 16th. Please come to
May
us.
May
Yeah.
16th. See you there.
See you there,
Thank
guys.
you.